Hey, hey, what is going on, everybody? Kate, you're right. So I see someone's made it to the end of at least a few videos. That's that's funny. Terrence, what's up, man? How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I think we're just gonna run through some event quests. I did not get to it at all this weekend. Rob, what's up, man? How you doing? So I have a question for you. So you said you're starting the holiday. Does that mean you have like an extended vacation or break, or is that like the kind of the start of your weekend in a sense? I'm curious. Just I mean, I understand what holiday means in a general sense, but in the States, we don't use it exactly the same way. So I was wondering about that. We're going to work through the event quest a little bit here. I did almost none of it this weekend. This weekend was the first weekend where I didn't feel like I was really having any real concussion symptoms. And my wife had just been doing so much with the kids and my family the last like 3 weeks. I just fully dedicated it to hanging out with my family. We had a ton of fun. Like we actually had a kind of a warm few days here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Went to the beach, got ice cream, and just had a great time. It was really cool. So I've done nothing really in game aside from Alliance Quest and Alliance War. I only had 4 fights. It was nice. I always like to get more fights, but it was cool to not have to take a fight that I had never taken before and really need to do duels and truly think it through, like how I was going to do the fight. So I enjoyed that. John, what's up, man? 2 weeks. Dude, just you and the family. Okay, so like saying I'm going on the holiday, or whatever. I mean, that's like I think in the States referred to as a vacation. That was my understanding of it. But I thought maybe like, it was just the end of your work week or something like that. That's awesome, man. I hope you and the family have a great, great time. That's really cool. Vega, did you see the answer to my sim stuff? No, I didn't. And I'm sorry. I tried to go back up and read it and I just couldn't find it. It was really cool because I could see the chat was talking to each other. And as a result, I struggled to see it. Metal Bro, what's up? Taters, dude, what's up? Just popping to support because I love the day streams. Dudes, thank you so much, and congrats on all the new stuff going on. And thank you for all your answers. I will write you a real response soon. This is why I was in a hurry. So I'll get that to you. For those who don't know, Taters is like the war god and planner, and is extremely helpful to me on so many of my like, hey dude, this thing happened in this fight. I'm not sure I know what's going on. Can you help me out with that? And he really helped break down a fight for me that, spoiler alert, it went sideways at best. At best, it went sideways. Basically, Domino finally, after 7 fights, I fought her 7 times on that Power from Afar Spite node in the last few seasons, and she finally got me, and she destroyed me. So it was good to have someone help me break it down. Mega Farts, what's up, man? What's up? You prioritize that school. I'm happy to hear that. Thanks for stopping by. I explained. And John, yeah, I would, because I know there's some things with Sim stuff. I haven't played him in a long time. So I think there's some stuff with maybe what phase he was in and the power gain. DL was saying that it maybe had to do with the hacks that I was running that time too. And then of course the node of Power from Afar, which I am very familiar with, but maybe it was a different version of it than the one in War, right? It's like super masochism. I thought that was really funny. I liked how they named it super masochism in Act 7. Thanks, Taters. Appreciate it, buddy. Zillium, what's up, man? K-Dog. Dude, and I see you, I think I see you saying bug. I ran into what we're almost certain is a bug too, in a fight against Nick Fury. Really, really frustrating. Really frustrating because I had made a few mistakes, but I'd worked my way back into it. Pretty sure I had the fight won. Would have needed a little bit of luck, but it wouldn't have been unusual. And then a bug hit and did not go well. John, SimSup SP1 causes him to change the next blessing. Yep, I think you're going to explain what DLL was explaining to me. Switching to a new blessing gives him up to a bar of power based on the genetic potential. Yep. John, I think you're definitely going where DLL went with this. Cristianos, is Archangel good for Act 6? That's good to know. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I would think he would be. Anything that's you can bleed and poison, he's amazing for. He will often shut down nodes for you if you have him at a high enough sig level. or awakened, and then at a high enough sig level, get those neuros on. He's incredible. I love him. He's going to be 4 years in this game next month. And I feel like I'm playing a champion that just came out, and maybe even better because it doesn't take me 5 hours to read through his abilities. Like I can read through them, I understand them, I can then go play him. So he feels like he has the power of a champion that just came out. Like if he just came out, this was the analogy I was using the other day. If he was coming out in March, I think the CCP would be going nuts for this guy. We would see video after video of him shutting down lanes and shutting down nodes and just destroying content. It would be like Cosmic Ghost Rider all over again. That's my sense on him. Jay, what's up, Vega? Remember the 6-star science class in Rank 3? Because many of the top guys need high sig and are a bit prohibitive in that regard. Oh, regarding. Does this open up an R3 to some lesser champs like Gulk, Wasp, or Luke? I definitely think it does. And I think you make it a great point about science. So many of them really do need at least an awakening and that very high sig. I run into that problem myself because I got so many science champions and I have a lot of them at rank 3. I got a lot of science rank up materials as well. And I've run into that issue in regard to their sig. I was originally going to take up Captain America Infinity War, and that poor guy is stuck on sig, I think 100. Because I ended up getting Thing. And then Human Torch, who is a great example of someone who is a top tier, top shelf champion and really doesn't even need his awakened ability. So if you can throw him in there, I think he's a great R3 science for that very reason. He's not going to take up your 6 stems. What's up, KT1? Thanks for stopping by, man. Carl, what's up, dude? Mahmoud, hey, what's up? Thank you for coming by. What do I think of the Angela buff? Well, so we don't know the exact thing yet, right? KT1, get to those videos, man. I always enjoy them. But I appreciate you stopping by. So here's my thing with Angela is I know a lot of us were thinking, she's not bad. She's not bad. But it sounds like it's maybe just going to be a numbers increase. And I think one of the things to remember is my understanding of the Kabam saying they were going to try to buff two. I think my understanding was that it was going to be 2 champions a month, that they were going to try to get to the point where they were doing 2 a month. Is they weren't all intended to become, what I call top shelf champions. The intention was to take away the pain of opening a 6-star crystal or a 5-star crystal, depending on where you're at in the game, and getting a champion that you just flat out can't use. They are just not usable. Like if you pull Ant-Man right now, what are you going to use him for? Nothing. And so there's that pain of, I just opened up, 10,000 of my 5-star shards. I've been saving, or I just beat, Act 5 or what have you, wherever you are in the game. And I've now got Ant-Man. Thank you so much for this absolutely terrible reward. So I'm going to assume for now that that's what's going on with Angela, is that they're just going to increase her damage a little bit. And she's going to go from, a decent little champion that you can use. She was really fun in the event quest to a little bit better version of that. And personally, I'm very okay with that if that's the case. And I would like that because I don't like it when I see my alliance mates or people, responding to a video saying like, dude, I just opened up a featured crystal and I got Green Goblin. I get it. I didn't get Cosmic Ghost Rider. Okay, I'm fine. I'll accept that. I know what the odds are here. But did I have to get someone that I literally can't use? So if that's what they're doing, I'm really pumped up on it. What do you guys think, though? K21 put out a nice video. I actually just listened to his video on the Angela buff. And I think he did a nice job of saying, like, she's pretty good already. So this is interesting. Well, what I really hope is that it means we're getting Odin next month. I have no inside information on that. That's just me being very excited. So I hope Odin's coming in. Roxas, what's up, buddy? Rob, you got the A-bomb? Congratulations, dude. I didn't have time to really thoroughly go through Discord yet, so I will check that out and definitely give you at least the Spider Ham, potentially the maple syrup sticker on that. If you're on the Discord, you'll know what that means. If you're not, that makes no sense and sounds bizarre. Sounds absolutely bizarre. K21, I know, even I stopped making Cosmic Ghost Rider videos. Even I did. I did my last one with what it was like. I did like absurd amount of damage in like a minute, and then I was like, okay, I'm done. I need to move off of this. And he just showing up in war videos now. Wet Noodle, what's up, buddy? People saying hi to KT1, dude. Please do that. He's awesome. He is awesome. Rob, dude, thank you so much. Rob, thank you. I really appreciate it. I am pumped up to be back doing this. If it's not abundantly clear, I love doing this. We did the incursion stream yesterday, which I imagine there's no way you caught because with where you're at, you would have probably been nicely deeply asleep. And the incursions stream was really fun. It's a different take on it. 4Loki is doing an incursions tournament where you're actually trying to sabotage your opponent. So you have your teammate who you're doing incursions with, but they're technically your opponent in this, and you're intentionally taking nodes to make it more difficult on them. And then whoever takes down the boss for that room has the ability to remove a champion from their opponent's roster. It was a ton of fun, and I already learned some stuff. And kind of like if you were here earlier, you saw John kind of helping me remember some of SimSup's abilities. I think it's going to be great for that. I really want to keep doing it because I think it's going to be great for just remembering what it is these champions do. I mean, I think there's like 180 of them in the game. There's no way to just keep all of that at the forefront of our minds all the time. So thank you so much, Rob. I really appreciate it, man. Savvy, no YouTube notifications. Yeah, dude, that's just the way it works, man. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, I subscribe to so many of the folks on YouTube, and sometimes I'm bewildered where like KT1's war video comes out and I'll be like, that's from last season. Why am I getting this now? Why didn't I get this like a month ago? Roxas, I wonder if the Angela buff is stemming from Kabam. Yeah, it could be that. So Roxas, you make a good point, and I remember someone was really smart, and they're like, hey, I think Angela should be rated a little higher on your tier rankings because she's so awesome for the event quest. And then I used her event quest, and I was like, dude, she is awesome. They're right. And then I thought about it, though. My whole point in doing a tier rankings is to, of course, give my opinion, but also be like, look, I am in one of the best alliances in the game. I watch and follow a lot of the YouTubers out there, like, and I'm gonna forget someone here, but like I watch Munash, and I watch Taters, and I watch like Karate Mike, and I watch Legacy, and so on and so forth, right? And so I see who they're using in war videos. I'm actually in their alliance, so I see who they're using in AQ. I am in their line chat, so when someone says like, "How should I take this fight in 7.1?" I see their answers, and so I take all of that, and then I just, of course, it is funneled through my opinion, though. My opinion and my own experience, and then I put that out there on a tier rankings, and then I intentionally say like, use this just as a real initial place to start off, and then go do your research. KT1 dude, thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy your dinner. And so what I ended up deciding is I'm not going to move her up, because if people look at this and then they rank her based on it, and then they change the event quest, man, I'm going to feel really badly. And like literally like 3 weeks later, they change the event quest. So I have the same wonder too. I have the same wonder too. K-Dog, thanks for writing that. I do have a lot of CGR videos out. At a point, the whole point of them became, don't worry about triggering decks. And in my war video, it's going to come out in a couple of days, you'll see that. You'll see how you can work with that as an unblockable node, or it had an unblockable portion, and how, how you can play that. Carl, I hope they increase her regen. I think that would be cool. I'd like if she actually got a couple ability tweaks too. I think she'd be a fun, great champion. I just wonder if that's not what they're doing. All right, let's actually jump into a little bit here. I know some people are like, stop talking. And then they'll see the gameplay and they'll want me to start talking again. All right, I'm not sure which champions it is for this lane. So we'll go ahead and just take a look at it. All right, what are we dealing with here? Ooh, this is the mutant one. All right. All right, and what does this boss do? It looks like it was Sinister, right? Mr. Sinister. Who's great for this one? Anyone have any suggestions? Pars, thanks for showing up, man. Jacob, what's going on, buddy? Crazy G, thanks for stopping by. Is She-Hulk good? She-Hulk is very good. She-Hulk's very good. Warlock. So, all right, I'll just bring in Warlock, and then I'll do like a full domino team. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. And Horseman Wolverine. I love Horseman Wolverine. I'm not going to say that Crackfest just because I don't know what it means. And yesterday, some people were having a good time, and it was enjoyable. I respected it. I respected their effort, trying to get me to say a couple things that I probably would not want to be saying. So maybe I'll look that up and see what that means. All right. So Warlock, and then let's do this mutant style. Mutants are just so much fun. They've obviously put a lot of work into the mutants. I would love it if all the classes get it. That's part of why I would be so excited about a potential Odin coming into the game, is if he had a similar Apocalypse type effect on his class. It would just be so cool. And obviously with how well they did Apocalypse, Kabam knows what they're doing. They would be able to put in a champ like that for Cosmics, and it would be awesome. It would be awesome. And in my opinion, Cosmics need help anyway. They need help as a class. And then I guess I should bring in Magneto just in case there's any robots or anything. I like to be prepared. And as much as I like Archangel, no, let's bring in Archangel. Let's see. If there's some sort of incinerate issue, we'll have a problem, but it is what it is. Oh, actually, Apocalypse might be able to take care of that for us. All right. All right. Let's do this up. Jets 962 Marble. My friend isn't the best and had to face Mr. Sinister, and he brought in Corvus, and it was one of the. He shows you the video. Yeah, I had a situation like that the other day. I was so obviously I like to talk, and I was enjoying chatting with I think it was Z. Z was on the call with me, and we were talking about like parenting, which is another thing. I just love talking about parenting. And I brought in Human Torch against a Mephisto, and I did not use the pre-fight, and it took me like 2 minutes to catch on to like what I had done. I personally found it hysterical in hindsight. Mr. Moore, what is up, dude? Thanks for doing that. That is awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. OG Highline, first time to stream, dude. Thanks so much for coming by. Thank you so much for coming by. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I guess I should read the node just to really understand it here. I try to. Each hit the special attack of the mutant has a chance to get them passive regeneration. Man, I'll be honest, guys. I just can't stand having to read this many nodes for an event quest. Unit hackers gain a distant passive fury attack. Every time you just move our passes. Each time the defender is struck. If some kind soul just wants to say, "Hey, dude, just do this," I would appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm just going to do things like this, which I really don't want to. So this is curious. Is anyone else having trouble with their parry timing lately? Is that just a me thing? I'm clearly off, and I've noticed it in. I'm also off in responding to parries, particularly in war. In game, not so much, you know, but in war, folks are running limber, and so the window to respond to a parry is much smaller, to the parry stun. And I've mentioned it to a few people. I said it in my war video, and I had a couple of people respond that they're having issues too. At least they feel like they are. And then a couple really good players that I know said that they're having issues. They feel like their phone is a little more likely to not be responding to their inputs. And I know that's just a natural reaction. Like, I know when I have a bad fight, I so badly want to say that, oh, you know, it was the game or something like that. And then, of course, I'll look back and realize, like, no, it was me. I did this or I did that wrong. All right. Zillium, just play like normal? Okay. I'll try to bring in... Metal Sonic, dude, thanks so much, buddy. Okay, so I'll just try to bring in Apocalypse the first fight I can, and then I'll make Wolverine a Horseman. I love playing Horseman Wolverine anyway. He's so much fun. And thanks, dude. I am having a pretty good day. I hope you are too. K-Dog, Noel could have an Apocalypse effect on all the symbiotes. That would be cool. That would be really cool. And I would just love that. I love what they did with Apocalypse. Part of it is that I like Apocalypse anyway. I think he's good on his own. And then having him be able to make... I look at the Horseman abilities as more as like this amazing add-on than it is... I think that's like his key function in the game. And so if they did that, like if they brought in Odin or Null and these things, and like they're good on their own. They can handle a lot of things on their own. And then they have the ability to do things like make a Horseman Wolverine. Like, Horseman Wolverine is fun. It's what Wolverine's supposed to be for me. I love it. I love it. What Noodle? Just hit a lot of SP1 so you heal. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Katie the Light. Hey, Vega, love your host. Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I do. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Work. Your specials give you a regen. If you have regen, he'll box theirs and give you fury. Okay, thanks. And I can see why Wolvie would be so good for it. Carl's. Okay, thanks, Carl. All right, let's go ahead and let's go from here. Okay, Carl, I see exactly what you're saying. Thank you. I still haven't really got the spacing down for Apocalypse's heavy. To be able to like heavy into a heavy or heavy after the SP1. I think it's going to take me a while. There's that big window in his heavy where it's really easy to miss. But his heavy does cover a lot of distance. So I think it's really about just getting the spacing and playing him more and more and more and getting that used to like the opponent you're facing and knowing that. I don't think it'll be too bad. I think if someone plays Apocalypse enough, they've probably gotten quite good at it. Marco, yeah, you know what? And so I broke down a fight of mine recently that just went sideways. I wasn't shocked that it did. And I found that, or it was pointed out to me, that I was actually a little bit early. I was a little bit early. I do think that there's some other stuff going on, though. But I'm going to blame myself before I blame the game. You know, once I calm down. Of course, if to the initial death, I'm always irritated and want to blame the game. But I am curious. It has been curious to me to see how many people are having similar issues. And I feel strongly that the Fury fight, there is a bug. I checked in with quite a few other good players, and they felt similarly. Man, I love Apocalypse. This is so good. Benny, you pulled a 6-star mole, man. Dude, congratulations. Are you pumped up? Are you pumped up? I'm the type of person where like I would have had 4 exclamation points in that. So I don't know. I can't tell. Are you pumped? I would be very excited. Karate Mike has put out some great mole man stuff lately. All right. Rob, yeah, so I found something like that. And then at the end of the stream yesterday, I do ultimately think it was my phone. I think I needed to have wiped down my phone. But at the end of the stream yesterday, my medium combo enders were just flat out not registering. And I tried to adjust to it in the fight. But at some point, like, that meant my dash wasn't registering. And like, what are you going to do? Like, there's nothing you can do at that point. But I think that was more of my phone being a problem than it was me. But again, like I feel like I'm hearing this enough from people who don't tend to usually make these excuses, right? Like we all know, we all have that guy in our alliance who's always has some sort of, oh, I did not mean to do this. Oh, well, let's see what happens. Who has some sort of, there's always a problem with the game. It's never him, right? Like, you know, this is bugged or that's bugged, or they always take the wrong path. And I feel like a lot of the people who are telling me they're having issues are not that guy. Yeah, that's right. You're not going to be able to parry her when she's got that bleed on me. Let's see if we can turn this around. Let's not give up. That's happening to me a lot. I will parry, and then my champion backs up when I really just want to too heavy, which is weird. That is a weird thing. For those of you who do not know, Cable is a quality champion once you have the Apocalypse synergies. So much, though, that I'm starting to get... Man, I really messed up that evade. I'm starting to see rank 3 Cable gameplay. He is absolutely melting some very, very tough war fights. A buddy of mine has one, Strands. So if those of you who've heard me say the name Strands a few times will know who I'm talking about. Took his Cable to rank 3, and he is just melting some war fights. I'm hopeful that I think Taters is going to get a video out soon on that. I hope he does. I think it's stuff people should see, because I know Cable's been in the game so long. There's a good chance that a lot of us have him. There's a really good chance that a lot of us have him, and maybe even at a decent sig. John. Okay, so this is an example. I've known John for a while now, and he is not typically one to just make excuses when something goes wrong. In fact, he knows this game very well. I get issues with input sometimes, like mid combo, and the game thinks I'm holding for a heavy despite all the tapping. Yeah, that's what I feel like is happening. Is what I'm trying to do is it's clearly not what the game is interpreting as what I want to happen. The example being like right there, I'm parrying. I know I'm not trying to reparry, and I'm definitely not trying to back out of a parry or a block. And I'm actually wanting to charge my own heavy, and the game is interpreting it as me dashing back. I don't know. It's weird. And I think DLL may have just joined us. DLL, are you there, buddy? I see you in the Discord. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by, man. How are you doing?
Good. Just eating lunch, so I'll be muted here and there. But yeah, heavy inputs have been the worst. I've had so many lately where you parry and then you go to heavy and your champ just kind of sits there until it's too late to be safe.
Okay, I've known you for about 4 years. You almost never are an excuse maker. Actually, you never are. What I mean by that is you're usually not one to blame the game quickly. That means a lot to me because, dude, I am really seeing this happen in my fights.
I also use a lot of heavies.
Well, and so do I. As a person who's bringing Warlock to, or not Warlock, sorry, Archangel to every war. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Hyperion, Torch, Warlock, Archangel. Woof.
Yeah. I feel like, I feel like they've gone back to that just being part of the game. There was an era, I feel like, I'm going to guess 2 years ago, don't hold me to that math, please, where stun immune and debuff immune was like, it felt like that's where the meta was, particularly in war, right? But then even there was that AQ lane, is it map 5 maybe? And Wolverine was so
Yeah.
great for it because he could heal through all that chip damage on the block while you're trying to bait the heavy. And it feels like they've gotten away from that, which, to be honest, I really enjoy. I'm glad they have.
I feel like Kabam kind of goes through cycles where they add something to the game. It's really powerful. They kind of regret it, and then they nerf it in like a really direct, annoying way until they figure out how to nerf it in an indirect, creative way, and then the meta moves on. I feel like you saw that with the parry mastery. You obviously saw it with champions like Blade, Quake, Ghost. But just like every once in a while, you get things like, okay, well, we could make everything stun immune, or we could just make, more champions where you have to re-parry. We could make nodes that punish you explicitly for parrying, but there are ways around it, etc., etc. Which is better than just everything is stun immune and limber.
Yeah, and this is kind of a weird one, right? Like I don't think I'm a Kabam apologist. I also don't think I just blame them for things. So I feel like I'm pretty balanced with them. Reparry's been in the game for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really an effective tool, as I've found or discovered for myself, even if you're not playing a champion that needs it. Like, even if you're not fighting Iron Man Infinity War, it can still be insanely helpful to you in case you miss the first block or the first parry, or there's just something about the node where you're trying to get more power for yourself going or something like that. And like, it's just been in the game, and it wasn't till Iron Man Infinity War came out, and it really a good time after he came out, that people really started being like, oh no, this is a thing you can intentionally do. This is really helpful. Yeah. So I don't know.
Something that I had pointed out to me as well, that I thought was really interesting, was the kind of like reverse re-parry, where you intentionally normal block the first hit and parry the second, which often comes up in like Abyss or other fights where you don't want the opponent to throw their special, so you block, because blocking discourages them from throwing specials, but then you still need an opening. Excuse me. So you block that, you just block until they charge in, you block the first hit normally, and then you re-parry the second one, and now you've got your opening.
Yeah.
Carl's saying it's tricky. It's not easy.
And Rob, dude, thanks for being so relaxed on that. I didn't realize I forgot to put your name, buddy. I apologize. I fixed it now. And thank you again. And then let's see. Rox is saying sometimes you go to heavy and dash back and it doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's what's happening to me. That's literally one of the things that I'm... and I'm just going to examine. Maybe it's something I'm doing, right? Like, or holding the phone at a weird angle or something like that. Rob, I'm going to complain about one for heavy didn't work. Okay, there you go. Roxas just upgraded to a new phone. Okay. Huh. I will say that, though. I've known... this has been something that's happened repeatedly. You play with the game for a very long time with a player, and then they will upgrade to a new phone, and their play actually will... it takes them a while to get used to that new phone. Like, I remember that happening with Emon for a while. Dreamin', I think, did this fairly recently, like the last 3 or 4 months. It can take a bit to get used to it, even just how you're holding it or the angle that you're holding it at. Roxas, do you have the... Yeah, I think he's a quality R3 if you have Apocalypse. It's a big if, big contingency. Apocalypse is still more or less, people who did calves, or I guess got lucky with the featured crystals. Zillion, yeah, there you go. And so that's the other thing with Cable and Apocalypse, is they have some really cool synergy teams with some very good champions like Warlock. That's a great point. All right, cool. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure this will not work, but I'd like to try it. So I'm just trying something out. Let's see how this goes.
Benny says I can reparry like a god, but I'm a dud at normal parry. You know, man, sometimes it happens.
So that's that's part of what I wanted to see. That no, go for it. Because now that I've gotten the first, I think I got the setup, which was going to be the hardest part. Messed that up.
Wet Noodle was saying, I'm seriously considering taking Gambit to rank 3. Apoc makes him godly, perfect block and mad damage. I can see that. I don't really have a usable Gambit, but yeah, perfect block is nice. And those long stuns would be particularly good for his playstyle, I imagine.
So that's what I wanted to see there was, oops, shouldn't start talking yet. The fight's not over. It's like one of those videos where the like a DB will get an interception and they're like running it all the way back and they get almost to the goal line and they hold the ball out and someone hits it. I was celebrating a little too early there. I had never tested that before. I'm sure other people have done it. I wanted to see if you could turn off Sinister's ability to put the debuffs back on you with an SP1, and sure enough, it happened quite a few times there. I was holding block in hopes that he would not throw his SP1, but I think because it was unblockable, he still was pretty happy to throw it quite frequently. But I thought that was cool to see. Let's see here. Taekwondo the Legend saying it's saying hey to Benny. DLL, so why provide something you can sell? You know, that is a thing. Roxas, oh, you already have the R3 Apocalypse, then, dude. Yeah, Cable is a great travel partner because it is nice. I think Apocalypse is so good. Ramping him up is not nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be, but having him start ramped in the very beginning. Wet Noodle, you forgot to make it. Yeah, I guess I could have done that. I really wasn't sure how it was going to work out. I just wanted to test it. Dorks, yeah, that's exactly who I was thinking of. Was Leon Let? Although I found that here, we'll just keep doing this quest over because it's fun and I'm enjoying chatting. Sometimes I will make a reference like that, like it was very loose. Like I'll admit, even someone of the even a fan of theirs would have been like, "Dude, you did that wrong." But I did the thumbnail for the incursion stream yesterday. It was a sabotage. They were calling it a sabotage. Incursion stream, and so I like the Beastie Boys and I like the song Sabotage, and so I tried to do a font that was similar to I think that was their Check Your Head album, and I did it in black and white, and I was very proud of it. I was so proud, and I showed it to some friends in the game. They were like, "That's cool, man. Is that a cat? Did you put a cat on the thumb? That's really neat." And like everything I tried to do went over their heads, and even after I explained it, they're like, "Yeah, that's great, man. Way to go, Beastie Boys." So that's
sorry.
No, sorry. It just happened to be you. Yeah, but it was one of those moments where I was like, "I am old. I
can't even say I'm young anymore for this game."
Yeah, we've been playing it long enough that that happens, right?
Yeah, Benny, or sorry, that was K, says if 6-star Hyperion was available, would you take him to rank 3? I'm 100% with work on this one. I would take Hype to rank 3 over, let me see. Yep, literally everyone. Yeah, because, I mean, there are other champions that can do more than him, but he has very high damage, has utility in the constant power gain, is tanky, and can heal, unlike literally all of the other contenders.
So this is where so Carl goes straight to Corvus. This is where Corvus, because there was, for a while, there's a lot of conversation about like, is Dorks and Work. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Work, you saw the thumbnail. Did any part of you think, oh, he's doing a Beastie Boys thing? And honestly, please too, because if you're like, no, dude, you did a terrible job with it, that's fine. I would rather hear that feedback. For Corvus all day. Here's the thing with Corvus though, is his Sig ability is so insanely helpful. That would be my only, and now I've taken my Corvus to R3, and even unramped up with no charges, it is ridiculous the damage he does with those mediums. It is just like, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. All right, cool. So, and maybe that's why you all enjoy these streams a little bit. So I see Rob and Sabotage, Zillium. Yeah, even no, by the time Sabotage came out, I believe I was well into my, I mean, I remember it. So some of the early Beastie Boys, I was definitely a little young for. I'm not going to claim that, I was like an OG fan, but it definitely throughout my youth and things like that. So Metal Song 2, Beastie Boys, that was way before our time, but I do listen to them. You go way back. Those are the classy guys though. The Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra. Interesting that I refer to them as the classy guys, but their name was the Rat Pack. I think that just always shows like how the current group views them and stuff. And I know that the name, had other meanings and things like that. But yeah. So teenagers' music is always designed to irritate their parents, I think is the main goal there. Yeah. All right. Don't you think Corvus's Sig ability though is such a powerful Sig ability that maybe you at least have to think about it with him and Hype?
Honestly, no.
Really?
I mean,
okay.
It's there, but I think that if AQ was not designed the way it currently is, with the very real possibility of someone having a bad day at work and you having to take down the boss with timeouts and having no other option that was remotely feasible. If not for that, I think that Corvus's Sig would be considered somewhat niche. Because it absolutely comes into play, but like we gave up a death with a Corvus just today because he needed to land one more L2, had like 2 charges left on hazard shift, and accidentally blocked I think one of the knives in the L1 from Killmonger and then just died.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're actually using the charges, it's not that reliable. And yeah, Carl, AQ is designed that way right now, but it won't necessarily always be designed that way. And the other thing is that the Corvus timeout tactic does work with a rank 2. Like, it's slower, but if you're already grinding something that painful, for someone like me where T5CC are still pretty precious, I wouldn't want to burn one just on making something that already suck just slightly less. Whereas I feel like Hype would scale incredibly well. One thing that some people forget is that his cosmic charges give physical resistance, and that adrenaline improves with every rank. I believe at rank 1 it's like 40% back, or maybe it's 30, but it goes up 10% every rank. So a rank 3 gets either 50 or 60% of their health back if they stay aggressive, which is effectively a huge boost to block penetration. And Hype's is already on the high side for a lot of people because of the physical resistance. Add on to that the fact that he can heal 1/3 of his health, which becomes bigger and bigger when you're getting into rank 3s that health potions just don't keep up with. Yeah, I gotta go Hype.
Yeah, and you know what else because one of the things is like, well, the meta shifts, and will that kind of age a champion out or age a champion in? And I like talking about Archangel. We've seen that with him. Because what I was going to say is like, well, no, Corvus with his immunities, and Hype really only has poison, right? It's just poison. But here I am talking about how great Archangel is, and he has no immunities. Also, part of what I love about Archangel is that he doesn't need to throw his specials to do damage. Hype obviously is helped with his specials, don't get me wrong, but having that power gain is massive, right? For for nodes where you have to like have applied something to get a power gain or whatever. It's similar to one of the really big benefits of Dragon Man. Man, you might be talking me into this actually.
I mean, I think that hype is already very, very good, but I don't think it's fully appreciated how much the benefits that 6 stars get would help him out in making him even better.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I mean, I definitely have him in my top tier for Cosmics. Right. Like, that's not in question.
Yeah, I mean, he's also my favorite champ, so I'll be the first to admit potential bias here.
Yeah, but other people, it's not like you're out there saying, oh man, I'm talking too much.
To give you a break, K-Dog does say, Corvus was my first rank 3. He would have been second if I had hype. So yeah, I guess I'm not, to say what I think you were going to say, I'm not completely alone.
No, and I think Work was going to say something similar, if I saw it correctly.
Let's see. Michael Stover says, Vega, whenever we go to rank 4s, are you going to go prestige or quality first? Debating where best to put Sig Stones. Because I don't think Vega's finished the fight yet. My guess is his answer is going to be both as much as possible. I'll let you take the rest.
Yeah, so Michael, dude, thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. And I know we talked back and forth about Discord a little bit. I don't know the proper term for it. I apologize, but Discord, it's not a website, but it's not just an app on your phone. And it really is a good place if you want like true advice, like someone looking at your roster. You can put in the screenshots and say like, here's what I'm trying to do, what you recommend. It's great. One of the things I do like about it, from what I'm told, is they don't sell your information. I've been on it for, I guess it's like 5 or 6 months now. They don't run ads. So there's some things that I feel very good about. I know that wasn't the question. I apologize. But Michael and I have been communicating on the comments in the YouTube channel for a while now about this. Mike, what I'm going to do is exactly what DLL said. I'm going to do my best to do both. That's part of what I'm kind of planning. I think it's going to happen this year. If it doesn't, I'm okay with it, because that just means the game has been slowed down progression-wise even more, which I would love. I love when it's slower, and whales, get to rush out ahead, but then over time, people who aren't totally going whaling out get to catch up. I really like that. So if R4s don't come out for like, I guess we're already in 2021. If they don't come out to like the end of 2022, I'm totally happy with that. As long as we're having fun, content's being put out at a regular speed, I would love that, because I think that gives people totally time to catch up. Really long build up to. I'm going to try to do both. That's why I'm holding on to my Sig Stones as much as possible, and why, even though I keep saying I'm going to start saving for the next batch of features, I may continue to save to open this current batch, because there's so many champions in there that I would love to be my first R4 in their class. The ones that come to mind for me, and they're in the same class, that doesn't make full sense, is Apocalypse or Professor X. I would love for them to be my first mutants, as opposed to Sunspot, who's my prestige mutant now. And then, of course, Cosmic Ghost Rider. He's just so much fun. He might not be the best for forever. I don't know. And like we just said, Hyperion, if Hyperion comes out, he's already got another competitor there. But I would love for Cosmic Ghost Rider to be my first R4 in Cosmic, if that were to happen soon. And to do that, to justify it, for me, I would probably need him to be at a high Sig. Right now, I have the highest prestige in 4 Loki. Clowniest Clown will probably overtake me in that, just because I've watched the way he plays the game and things like that. And that's fine. I'm okay with it. But I would like to continue to be an asset for my alliance in regard to prestige. So yeah, that was that. I feel like there's another champion in this batch that I would love to have as my prestige in their class, and I cannot think of him, but that's all right.
What did you mean by that?
Me?
You're just talking about like champions that are both good and have high prestige?
Yeah, I feel like there's another one in this batch of featureds.
I-Bomb?
Yeah, but he's not in the 6-star. He's going to be in the next one.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Ghost because obviously her prestige would not do that.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's just maybe I've kind of put Apocalypse and Professor X. I think of them as the same, but they are actually in the same class. You know.
Was Dragon Man?
Yeah, but I can't see me. No, because of Doom. Doom is
Yeah.
Doom is Doom.
He's just the only other one I could think of, because I'm sure you didn't mean Red Goblin. No offense to him.
No, I did not. Although I saw Metal Sonic Dude. Dude, I hope not a spoiler. You put it on Twitter, so I assume you're not intending to do a video. Pulled the 6-star, and we had a very quick chat on it. And he was saying he would rank him up for sure. He was saying, if I MSD, if you're still there, I don't want to put words into your mouth there.
Yeah, he just responded.
Yeah. OG Highline, do I whale out? I have. I definitely have. I've been known to. I am doing it less and less and less. There's a variety of reasons. One of the biggest ones is that I just don't think you see a benefit from it anymore. I mean, I was always big on the look, if you're going to do it, it's for fun. Like if you're opening crystals, it's for that moment. It's like any other form of gambling. You enjoy the act of doing it, not the potential reward. Of course, the potential reward is nice, but if you're looking for a potential reward, this is a really bad way to go about doing it. The odds are so low. So that's one of the reasons why I have stopped. And then also that was part of why I used to be in the Alliance NY, where AQ1 was our goal, and we achieved it. That was part of why I moved to 4 Loki. Was it's very exciting, and the rewards are amazing. But with the channel, I just wanted to focus on some other parts of the game, and so moving to 4 Loki. They don't have the same goals, in particular with AQ there. And so I just don't open as much. I'm sure, though, that there will be a couple big hunts. I call them hunts this year, especially if a high prestige and also good at the game champion comes out, kind of like we were talking about there. If there's someone that gives me the opportunity to maybe take an R4 that's top of their class in prestige or high, I definitely think we'll still do some more hunting for sure. Yeah, might as well still just use. Oh no, wait.
We had a question from Ace. It says he has the 4 horsemen. Was considering CGR for his last slot for an easy path of Abyss. I personally told him I would bring Heimdall over CGR. I think Cosmic Ghost Rider's best fights are on other paths. But what do you think?
Yeah, I would think so too. I haven't stepped into Abyss in a long time, but I know at that time I think people were bringing in Heimdall, and he was really saving people some items. And I'm not sure where you would use CGR that would really save you items anyway. Because if you've got the Horsemen, you're set. I had them when I went in. And there was a couple lanes where I know I really enjoyed bringing Void along as well. I enjoyed having Void and Human Torch. So yeah. What's so funny?
Carl says Legacy says Corvus and CGR overhype. Yeah, but that's because Legacy just... How do I phrase this politely?
I think
it's really excited about big yellow numbers.
Well, that's because big yellow numbers are exciting. Let's just I get excited about candy. You know why? Because candy tastes good.
Candy's
right?
Pretty great.
Yeah, big yellow numbers means things die fast, so it's exciting. MSDs,
big numbers go burr.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why I just ranked up Ghost and Corvus, right? It wasn't because of their slow play. MSD, he is saying he would rank up. Red Goblin. Have we decided, is Roblin an acceptable nickname for him? I use it a lot. Dragfire, what's up, man? Thank you so much for stopping by.
I like the abbreviation, yeah.
Sorry, you can dude, don't ever sweat it. You had a lot of exams. Hopefully they went well, buddy. Hopefully they went really well. And thanks so much for stopping by. And I always appreciate it. Michael is saying, if I pulled a Falcon, do I awaken him or stealthy in R3? So Michael, I know Legacy just put out a really good R3 Falcon video, and yeah, I always hate spoiling videos, but I don't think it's a spoiler. I believe he took him to war and did some really cool stuff with it, and I know B Manny did some very cool things in war. I'm in his BG with a Falcon who's not even awakened. So I really agree with you on that. Additionally, I just don't like playing stealthy. I think he's a good champion. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like playing him. So if you like Falcon, I don't know if you need to awaken him though, buddy, because awakening gems are a big deal. It's a precious resource. Check out B Manny's video so you can see what an unawakened Falcon does. I think Legacy's is already awakened though. Sorry, I'm always so far behind on chat.
There's a lot today.
Okay, yeah, it's cool though. I love this. MSC is saying he would need to get Roblin to around Sig 80. Clyde, dude, I saw you with that Archangel this morning. That was so awesome. Congratulations. And seriously, I really meant what I was saying, dude. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Like, just keep opening those basics. Eventually you'll dupe him. And if you don't, something else great will come along. I've tried to rush this game for 5 years now, 6 years. And it probably works like 5% of the time. The other 95%, I just end up really frustrated and wondering why I rushed it. Is that the real Legacy? Yeah, I think it is. Dude, what's up, man?
Brian Grant's on my side.
Brian Grant's on. So thanks for showing up, Lags. I really do appreciate it. You can't trust a Canadian, Carl. I used to think that, and then I got Captain Canada, the real Guardian. If that guy, and he's got the Canadian flag as his uniform, if that guy is a representation of what we can expect from Canadians, I don't know. I think they're all pretty awesome. Just got to say it. I just got to put that out there. Brent says Corvus because of AQ. All right, I'll jump into some more gameplay again. Brian Grant chiming in saying Hyperion all day. I assume that's in line chat. Man, I don't know. This is a good one. This is a good conversation. But then that would mean you'd have to take hype over Cosmic Ghost Rider too.
Yep. Cosmic Ghost Rider can't heal.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's what potions are for. Well, you know my answer to this is, how about all? Why not all?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Right now, I would love a Cosmic Ghost Rider to rank up. I do have a Cosmic Cat sitting there. But, hype. Somebody go ask Cam. I know he's gonna back me up.
Cam was a big fan of Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah, but he's also one of the OG hype fans.
Oh, really? Okay, so yeah,
I will feel very betrayed if he turns on me on this.
I will ask Cam, or if someone has the ability to, that would be cool. Because I would be very curious to what he would say.
Carl says Karate Mike says Colossus. Somebody needs to tell him Colossus is from Russia.
Dude, wait, am I totally getting a lot? I thought we were talking about Cosmic Champions.
We are.
But that's why I like Mike, dude. He is the ultimate showman. He is a showman. Like, I really think he could sell. Yeah, so I'm gonna really, again. Earlier we were talking about how old I am. The saying could sell ice to Eskimos. I think he could. Like, he is a showman. He is a salesman, and he's great at it. And I think his heart's in the right place. I love Mike. Yusafa, is that the real Yusafa? What do you think? R3, Falcon, or give Yusafa more? Dude, I'm all for Yusafa getting more war fights. I'm all for it. I'm supportive of this. The Whale Council should always deserves more fights. I think that might be the real Yusafa. I still, because of the imposters, I still get a little concerned. Michael, Siege are more suicide friendly plus double immunities. The incinerate immunity is a big deal. That's where I was going to try to go with that one. That's the real you. That's what an imposter would say, Yusafa. That's exactly what an imposter would say.
Some of us just don't run suicides, though. I know that like blows the minds of people who only turn them off when absolutely forced to, but like, yeah, they're just not enjoyable for some of us.
Yeah. And so for those who don't know, this is DLL. Actually, probably all of you do know him by now. But you exclusively do not run suicides, right?
Yeah, I turned them on back at almost every war for Node 29. I would do Double Edge and Max Recoil for Magic, and I would do Liquid Courage and Max Recoil for Height. And they served me incredibly well. I know how to use them, but I just do not enjoy them. I mean, because they ruin so many of like the best characters, you know? Like, what was it? Yeah, Hype is worse with them, Void is worse with them, Doom is worse with them. I know Claire does more damage with them, but it's much easier to use her Plague and Hellfire modes without them. I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan. And to answer the person who doesn't look like they have a YouTube name, sorry about that, the eye ringed with orange. I generally don't run arenas, or when I do, it's only a little bit at a time.
Asmitosh, thanks for stopping by, buddy. I'm doing well. I'm really enjoying the conversation and the stream today. It's been a lot of fun. So my timer went off here. We're going to probably go in about 4 or 5 minutes. Carlos, what about Iceman or Sabretooth? I'm sorry, buddy. You might have been chiming in the conversation and oh, you mean who's better? I still personally like Iceman. I think Sabretooth, he got that really like amazing synergy, right? That allows him to keep his Furies. Was that with is that with Sasquatch?
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
And so I think if you're doing like a long form content and you have the ability to bring those, that might be great. I feel like someone even did an Abyss run with that.
I think so.
But I actually like Iceman. He's one of the older champions that I still enjoy. I know his damage isn't amazing, but he's still got.
I used him yesterday against you.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, because you gave me an encroaching stun node, and Iceman gets his armor back faster than the node comes back by quite a bit. It was super safe.
There you go. That's a plus to Iceman that I would have not have thought of. And an evade counter, I still think he can do a lot. So I would lean towards Iceman for sure on that one, just as a standalone.
Oh, Brian was the one who did Abyss with Sabretooth. That's interesting.
All right.
I mean, Sabretooth is good. He's also has that amazing Killmonger synergy.
So this is either the real Yusafa or he's a heck of an imposter and deserves it. So well done. He was a fan of you, DLL, until you let Dreamin' win.
Cannot wait for that meme to die.
I don't think it ever will. Sorry, buddy. All right. Clyde, Archangel still has good damage without his awakened ability, but loses utility, right? Yeah. So it's the shutting off of the ability accuracy, but still the damage is incredible, 100%.
Oof. Cam says Corvus, then Hype, then CGR.
I wonder why. Is there any reason providing?
Probably because of Arena and Suicides and AQ. You guys have thoroughly corrupted him. I'm so disappointed.
No, you know what? Actually, I think I can't look up and read the chat at the moment, so I don't have the full context. And I can't get into Alliance chat. Cam I believe, exclusively runs Suicides. Hey, we all have our opinions.
Mm-hmm.
You're like the champion.
Dark side clouds everything.
I was gonna say you're the champion of the non-suicide runners. Someone has to have that job. I'm glad it's you.
That would definitely do it. I mean, yeah, the cheat death is great. I just not enough It's not enough for me to take him to rank 3. But especially without suicides. Corvus is so boring without suicides.
All right, I will try to get this boss down real quick. K-Dog, that's who I thought it was BG who did it with Sabretooth and Sasquatch. That's who I was thinking of. So maybe check that out. I mean, that's obviously very powerful, right? If you can do Abyss with Sabretooth being like your main champion for that, that's a big deal. And so that should not be... this is where I can tell I'm still having some concussions issues, but that should not be discounted.
Dismissed.
I think dismissed. Yeah, that's a big deal. Just because it takes synergy doesn't mean it's bad, right? And being able to get Abyss done is a big deal, especially an initial clear. The rewards are just so good. What's up, Tom? Thanks so much for stopping by, buddy. Corvus, I think a lot of it comes down to how exciting you find big yellow numbers. Like we were joking about it earlier, I find big yellow numbers very exciting. And so even though I'm just parrying and then medium, light, medium over and over, I find it exciting. I think as I'm doing that with Archangel, like I find this exciting. I can understand why someone might not.
Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, I mean, I use what's-his-face, Torch, constantly. And Torch is, if you use him, fundamentally kind of a medium light, medium champ in a lot of matchups. But I feel like there's more going on, and I don't get bored with him. Yeah. I think that's really the crux of it for me, is that like hype is worse with suicides, for sure. But Corvus suffers a lot more for lack of suicides than hype does for their presence. As someone who used hype for like 6 or 7 war seasons in a row with suicides. K-Dog says you guys are trying to decide between 3 supermodels. You're not wrong.
One of them's not even available as a 6-star.
Yeah.
So, but that's what makes these conversations fun. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Seriously, literally everyone contributing to the conversation. This was an absolute blast. I really appreciated it. DLL, thank you so much for getting on the call, dude. This was great. And hopefully we'll see everyone tomorrow. I think that's my plan, is to be back tomorrow. DLL, do you have anything you want to add?
Not really.
No?
Take care, y'all.
All right. Thanks so much, DLL. Everyone who stopped by, appreciate it as always. And take care. Have a great, great day.